Hello everyone, today we are going to implement item swapping in quick access menu. So here I collected a bandage and a health pack. Both items belongs to the same category, which is healing category. So here I don't have any other items in other categories, only have this health pack in the healing category. If I press F, now I see the band-aid. If I press again, now I see the health pack. So just like this, I can keep cycle through the items that I have in the quick access menu. And if I bring up the quick access menu again, I already have the previously assigned item in the quick access menu. So this is what I am gonna work on today, swapping items in quick access menu. And this episode is sponsored by this generous patron. Thank you very much for your support. Right, so the next step is implementing a way to swap items in the inventory in the quick access menu. So with F we should be able to swap, but now at the moment we don't have any mechanism for that. Alright, so let's see how to do that. First I'm gonna open the quick access menu, blueprint, and also the character, so and here we have this inventory blueprint, which is actor component. We have it here. I'm gonna open that too. Alright, so now if I go to quick access menu, and here what we are doing is we just initialize the quick access menu based using the first item of each category. These are the categories that we take from the inventory of the player, which I do here. From the player we get the inventory and save to this BP inventory variable, and in the init item top, right, bottom and left, those represents these item icons. We initialize them with the items we get from the player inventory. Get items by usage. Usage means the categories, usage categories: heal or distract items, damage items, or affect items. Alright, so to implement swapping items in the quick access menu, what we have to do is when we initialize item, we get items by usage. So inside this inventory actor component blueprint, we have to have some mechanism to get an item from a particular category, and for that also we have to have an index which points to what's the exact item we want to get if we have multiple items from the same category. Now at the moment we have this health pack, stone is distract item, and this is bottle is an affect item. What's this? Arrows, it's a damage item. So we don't have two items with the same category. So let me first create another item, maybe in the heal category, heal usage. So I'll create a child blueprint from health pack. I'll name it SRV Band-Aid. Right. And here I have imported this Band-Aid icon, so I'm gonna use it as for the icon. Select here, pick that. Okay, let's name it Band-Aid. Can be used to patch wounds. Alright, now instead of this one, let's put a bandage. Delete it. Band-Aid. Right. Now if I go near that, I should get hit to health pack. Am I still getting the same message? Wait. Why am I not getting the message? Alright, when I place it in the world, I have to enable this can interact. Otherwise, I wouldn't get the notification. Right, collect Band-Aid. Now, if I go here, we have the Band-Aid. And now even if I have picked up the health pack, I only see the Band-Aid, right? So how to swap it? Right, so what I'm gonna do is when I press F, I'm gonna just cycle through the items in the same category, and if I open up the quick access menu again, I should still see the previously selected item there. So now we have two items from the same category. Now let's implement a function to get next item from the same category. Right, so here in the inventory we already have get item by usage. And here I'm gonna add another variable. Actually it I call it selected index. So this should be a map based on the category, sorry, usage, item usage and a map. So the next item is a integer. Here affect damage, distract, heal. Okay, now we have all 5 categories, and by default the selected index is 0. Now I'm gonna change this get items by usage function a bit. Right, let me go to the place where we use this item. It is here, get items by usage. I don't think I have used it anywhere else. no, only here. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the return type. Instead of returning an array, I'm gonna return a single variable, right? And then here I'm gonna add another variable, another input to get next. This should be a boolean. So if we make this one true, we will see if we have another item in the same category other than this one we have already using. So here, get the selected index and find using this usage category, and promote this to a variable. Let's call it selected index. Oh wait, sorry, this should be a local variable. Promote to a local variable dot index. No, let's rename this the first one selected index map, and this one selected index, right? And if we have get next true, what we're gonna do is we are going to add one here. Add this one with this. So if this is false, we will get a 0 here. If this is true, we will get a 1 here. So if we have 0 as the selected index, this would be 1. Right, now here let's set a branch, and here what we are going to do is we are going to get the selected index and check if the length is larger than the selected index. If that is true, oh wait, we still need this variable. So okay, let's have another one of these nodes. If this one is larger than selected index, if this is false, we can take this path. Oh wait, we need to have another branch here to check this condition. If the length is larger than 0, we can return true, and the item is the 0th element. Get a ref 0 and return it. Right, if this is false, we will by default we will get a node with this one false and this one null. So if this is true, that means we have a selected index. That means we can add another return node and call item found to true, and as the item we can get from the item with this selected index and return it. And also we have to save the selected index map. So select, so we can do here add. So if you already have a value with the category, that will be overwritten. You can add the selected index and category is this usage. Okay, well, we did a lot of things. Now let's see before we have an error. Alright, I know where the error is. Error is here. Okay, now let's see if the function still works. Yeah, it is working. Okay. Alright, now we need to implement swapping. And to implement swapping, let's go back to quick access. And here we have init item. This is a macro, and I'll promote this get next. No, first we have to implement swap item input action. And where can we do that? Where do we call it? Use item, we call it from HUD, right, event call use, and we call this one from the player controller. Yeah, similarly, let's go to the project settings and inputs. We already have F used for what? Collect, right? So let's use that. Collect, input action collect. Make sure you are not consuming the input. And yeah, in the BPI HUD, I'll add another function called swap. Okay, now from the player controller, it's just like here, I'll get the reference to HUD, get HUD, and call swap. Right, now let's go to the HUD. Just like this one, I'll implement call swap event. We don't need it anymore. So let me duplicate this part. Right, now instead of use item, we need to implement an event inside the quick access widget to swap item. So how to do that? Right, first I'll go to this init items and get next. Let's promote it as a parameter. By default it will be false. Yeah, then here I'll create a custom event swap item. So here also I'm gonna use the selected item, and if that item is visible, that means we have some valid items there. So let me duplicate it, and then if it is visible, let's call init item with get next row. From the item data, if I split this, we can, oh wait, let's break it. So we can only expose only the elements we need. That means only usage. We can get the usage, and the button is this one, right? Now let's see. Oh, we have to call not use item, swap item here. Swap item. Right, now let's test. Let me pick up the health pack. Oh, I went bandit, health pack. Now I have the bandit first. If I press F, it changes to health pack. If I press again F, okay, but we have some problems still we need to fix here. When we press F, we call swap item here with get next row, but if I press F again, it's not switching back to the previous item if we have only two items. So cycling part is not working. So what we can do is here, if the let me get some space. If the selected index is larger than, actually we can use the same one. Yeah, if the selected index is larger than the length, that means in false direction. We have to set the selected index as 0, then only cycling part will work. So we have to use this same part here. Category here, and this one, let's make a literal int 0. Now we should be able to cycle through. Let's see. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to pick up. Okay, press F. See, now we can cycle through. Alright, for the arrow we don't have any other stuff in the same category, so we can't cycle, but for this one, heal category, we can. Alright, so swapping works. If I equip again, we can see the bandage here. Let me swap to medipack. Now the medipack is here, so the choice we have is also saving. So right, and I'm gonna stop this episode right here. And one more thing, once we swap an item, also we should reset this duration that we use to automatically close the quick access menu. So we can just simply connect a line like this, but that's messy. Maybe we will need to have a custom event for this. Yeah, let's add a custom event here. Reset auto close and connect here. So then we don't need to drag a line all the way. We can just call reset auto close. Alright, now it will not be automatically closed even if I keep swapping items. Alright, so if I'm swapping, it will not automatically close, but if I stop doing anything, it will be closed in 5 seconds, like that. Alright, and we have one more issue here. Even after we swap the item, we don't see here the name changes. I just noticed it. Let me pick up the health pack and the band-aid. So swapping works, but still under the heal the name remains same, health pack. So we need to change that too. So in the widget quick access, after here set selected direction, here we update the selected item and change this get visibility, set the text name here, and it doesn't happen in init item. So if we simply call this set selected direction for event after with the current direction, after we swap in the item, that part will be automatically fixed. And also we don't need to call this close quick access as well, because it is already called here. So now the problem is we don't know the current direction, and simply we can just promote this to a variable. Let's call it direction, and compile, and here we can call set selected direction. No need to call this set selected direction with the direction. Now everything should work fine. Let's see. Right, now the name also changes. Alright, so with this I'm gonna stop this episode, and thanks for watching. So as always, project files will be available for the download in Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.